Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Top 15 African countries with the best education system, 2023.
Okay, guys, let's watch this video. Let's watch this video on the screen now. This is our top 15 Africa with best education system 2023-2024. This is our top 15 Africa with best education system 2023-2024. So let's watch this video. Please do what to share this video. If it is the first time you come across our page, please do what to follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's watch this video. Keep watching. Now. Make sure you share this video. Okay, let's go there.
Countries with the best education system in Africa. Africa is home to 54 countries, but which African countries have the best educational systems? Although the majority of African countries are regarded as developing, others are carving out a space for themselves in terms of education, starting from 15. 15. Malawi. Malawi on educational system is rated the 148th globally with a literacy rate of 65.75% as its first 8 years of education are compulsory and the first 4 years of teaching are done in the country's local language and shifts the foreign language English to balance its educational system. 14. Rwanda. Recently, Rwanda literacy rate is 73.22% and it is rated the 128th best in the world as the country with the best education as its educational system runs on a 6-3-3-4 system that includes primary school that lasts for 6 years, the junior secondary takes 3 years, the secondary level takes 3 years, and the high-level university takes 4 years. 13. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe's literacy rate is 83.58% as its educational system mandates 7 years as the urban primary schools teach in English before joining secondary school. 12. Ghana. Ghanaian education has been rated 104th globally and the 12th best in Africa with a literacy rate of 79.04% among the citizens who have attained the age of 15 years and above who can also understand, read, and write. Ghanaian education system is divided into basic or primary, secondary, and tertiary education as basic education is free and compulsory to children who have attained the age interval of 4 to 15 years. 11. Nigeria. Nigerian educational system is divided into different sectors which include basic or primary, secondary, and tertiary education and its educational system has attracted international students that helped in growing their education. Recently, the country is rated 124th best in educational system globally and the 11th best in Africa. 10. Namibia. Namibian educational system is rated 52.7% and 88.2% in terms of critical thinking and teaching. It is the 82nd and 43rd best country in educational staff training globally and also the 100th best in the global education system and that shows its effectiveness in educational sector. 9. Egypt. Recently, it is also rated the 99th best country by the global education system with the rate of 71% literacy rate and 52.8 points. According to UNESCO, Egypt is the 70th best country in the world in terms of digital skills and its government offers compulsory and free education to Egyptians who have attained the age of 6 to 15 years as it looks forward to making education in the secondary level compulsory to its citizens. 8. Cape Verde. Cape Verde is an island in the central Atlantic Ocean and one of the African countries to work on their educational system recently. Its government offers free education to the citizens who have attained the age of 12 years old and mandatory education for its citizens who have attained the age interval of 6 to 14 years. 7. Kenya. Kenya is one of the countries located in the eastern part of Africa which has a high quest and thirst and has put in efforts for educational growth and development and that is why it is rated the 95th best country in the global education system with 78.7% literacy rate. Kenyan education is compulsory for its citizens who have attained the age interval of 6 to 17 years. 6. Botswana. Botswana is also rated the 92nd best country in the global education system, the 76th best country in Africa in terms of school life expectancy, as well as the 67th best country in Africa in educational staff training globally, with a literacy rate of 88% and a score of 56.7 points. These rates were achieved based on the country's efforts in making education compulsory for its citizens who have attained the age interval of 4 to 18, thereby encouraging its citizens to attain education. 5. Algeria. The Algerian government offers free education to its children and eligible citizens and makes it compulsory for all its citizens who have attained the age of 6 to 15. Algerian government is so interested in the education of its citizens in that it enrolls them till their secondary education, that is halfway to higher education. 4. South Africa. Recently, South African educational system has undergone some series of development and investment with an estimated expenditure of 18% from the country's budget in order to improve the country's standard of education, thereby making it competitive in the global educational system in different levels of education, basic or primary, secondary, and tertiary education. 3. Mauritius. Education in Mauritius is compulsory until the student gets to the age of 16 years old, when she must have completed his/her secondary education. Mauritius has over 1 million population, and its government offers free transport to all the students so as to encourage and support their movement to their education centers regularly. 2. Tunisia. Tunisian education is compulsory and free to all its citizens who are due for education up to the age at which she completes the secondary education. It has focused on its educational system and has invested 20% of its national budget into the educational sector. Tunisian educational system is the 71st among the best educational systems around the world, with the rate of 61.4%. One. Seychelles. Seychelles, officially the Republic of Seychelles, is an archipelagic state consisting of 115 islands in the Indian Ocean. It is the only African country whose education system features among the top 50 in the world, according to Business Insider Africa. This ranking has been published by the site. According to the site, Seychelles is ranked 43rd worldwide, ahead of Ukraine, Hungary, Russia, and the United Arab Emirates. It is ranked 28th in the world for critical thinking in teaching and 34th for graduate skill set. With 69.3 points, it also ranks top among African countries with the finest education. The country has a 95.87% literacy. Education is obligatory until the age of 16, and then free until the age of 18. The gross primary enrollment rate, which was at 114% in 2002, while the net primary enrollment rate was 100%.
Please take care of your families.
That's why I saw the power the lion used. In the boskipa hose is power. Le badu sipre lamande is power. Abido sheka is power. Dadus kapash is power. Le faser fare is power. Ganduka gandusa is power. Those powers, I have never touched them. I've never used them. I am still in the boskipa hose. Wow.